I think I need to smoke another bowl before we start this one. This is my first conspiracy video. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, this is when Alex fell off the wagon, dude. He truly lost his mind now. Thinking that the Russians are trying to infect his brain with a computer virus across the internet. How stupid. Hey guys, just want to let you know that foreign governments are using weapons against you to turn you against your own government. Get your tinfoil hats on because this is going to be a good one. So guys, with the 2020 election coming up, information warfare is at an all-time high. What is information warfare? Information warfare is basically propaganda. So think like CNN versus Fox. I wouldn't put them in a propaganda category. They have more of like a slight, political bias that they kind of twist things through. But generally, the facts that they're reporting are true, and they don't have malicious intent. So information warfare is when people weaponize information to meet their own objectives instead of yours. Information warfare is giving you information that they want you to believe, not the objective truth that you're looking for. So before we get started, I just want to say that I truly believe that state actors, otherwise known as APTs or advanced persistent threats, which I'll show you more about later, are deploying millions of dollars of resources to, for lack of a better term, brainwash our younger generation into really just to sow dissent and chaos. But in this case, their goal is to get you to believe nothing of authority, get you to not be able to trust anything, getting them to go down the conspiracy rabbit hole. And I'm going to show you exactly why I believe that. So I've got my buddy Skylar here with us, and we're going to kind of go through this together here, what we've seen today, what we found today. Dude, do you want to say anything before we get started?
Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm more interested kind of in the way technology can be used in this kind of manner, whether it be state actors here, even in our own country, in our own communities, our own government, or if it's even a worldwide or like a worldwide group, with their own intent and their own reasons. It's unique because you know that this type of thing and this threat exists, but you don't know where it's coming from and who's orchestrating it, really.
Let's just kind of jump into the meat of this whole thing. So what it's coming down to are comments on YouTube. So this is an Avicii video. It's got 80 million views on it, and it was posted in 2015. Now, for those who don't know, Avicii unfortunately passed away in 2018, I believe, due to a suspected suicide. They verified that it was a suicide, that's what it was. It's sad, but there's nothing that linked it to foul play or to this length, Pizzagate conspiracy. So let's dive into this here. So the first one here talking about your sacrifice will not be in vain. Justice will be served to those for exposing the truth. If Justin ends up dead, they're referring to Justin Bieber. We'll get into that. They'll rule it a suicide. Justin Bieber is not suicidal, see? Like, they're setting some weird shit up. He legit showed us exactly what they were doing to him. This is the other names that get brought in often other than Justin Bieber is Princess Diana and Michael Jackson, claiming that they got killed for knowing too much about the Pizzagate child sex trafficking ring. He got himself killed for us to hear his message in time. Or time to wake up. I'm sorry. He got himself killed for us to hear his message. Time to wake up. Avicii didn't kill. Like, look at these. These are all crazy. It's talking about Pizzagate. Now, so you see that there's this line of conversation on here that just doesn't seem typical, right? Now, how do you know? Like, you'd say, maybe these are just individual people. There's a lot of people out there, right? No. Check this out. Look at these accounts. Look at the number of votes. 4.2K upvotes in 2 weeks on an account that doesn't have any history.
11,000 in 3 weeks ago. Like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. So, like, a couple of ways that you know that these guys are fake are the fact that a lot of them don't have profile images. A lot of these are just throwaway. The ones that are getting like kind of spammed the most, these are throwaway accounts. And so, like, look, there's nothing. They have no content. They don't do anything. So between the fake accounts, the huge unnatural number of likes on here in a very short amount of time, with very generic comments saying, he did this, your sacrifice will not be in vain. Anything that doesn't say Justin or Princess Diana or Michael Jackson doesn't really say Avicii. Most of the comments here do not have Avicii's name in it. And it's because they're very generic comments. It's a template attack system, we'll call it, that they can deploy on other videos to really do the same thing over. What we believe is happening is they're creating thousands and thousands of bots and having them post these comments on YouTube, and then using those bots to like the comments all the way up. So it's artificial. It's not like these are real people posting this because they believe this and then 5,000 people upvoting it. That's not the case. What this is somebody with a malicious intent trying to sway the opinion of these individuals. So basically they're using their army of thousands of fake accounts it's called astroturfing, to make people believe this is what other people believe. Because if you see a post and you see that many likes and it's on the front page, typically you would think that that's because that's what people are agreeing with. That's why it's been upvoted. But that's not the case. These people are putting out information that they want you to believe, and then making you think that that is the popular opinion. And here's where it gets really bad. We believe that they're appealing to a younger audience, specifically, and for a couple reasons. One, this is on an Avicii video with 80 million views. It's EDM. Not many of the older generation is banging to Avicii.
I was just saying, the second reason was because they're the most influential crowd. They're easily influenced. They have kind of an open mind. They're trying to figure out who they want to be, so they're exploring different things. And Avicii and EDM, like you said, pop culture kind of tailors to this generation as well.
Right. So they found like a really good vector, like a really good target audience, people who are having an open mind, who are in that age group where they don't have enough experience in life to filter out what's really bullshit and what's not. So by using all those things, they're using Pizzagate as like a hook, line, and sinker, because it's basically a conspiracy meme at this point. So for these open-minded, wannabe woke next generation kids coming to these videos and seeing that this is what's popular amongst them, it's really easy to think that they could start believing this stuff too, right? And that's where I believe, coming back to the nation state thing, who is incentivized to convince the younger generation? Like, there's something to be said about internet trolling, no doubt. Internet trolling, things that are just completely opposite, like, go microwave your silverware to clean it or something like that. Like, obviously that's trolling. But this is coordinated. This is expensive. I've been on the internet a long time. I know how bots work. I know a lot of different use cases for them. But what they're doing is expensive. The scale that they're doing this at is something I've never seen before. Hundreds of accounts across so many videos that I was able to find that all have the same exact pattern. It's not cheap to do that. So who's funding this? It only makes sense that nation states that are looking to sow discord and tension within the United States would be doing this. So that comes back to my initial point, which is I truly believe that foreign actors, or APTs, are using essentially a cyber weapon on our younger generation to brainwash them. This is really what it comes down to. I know that sounds crazy. Again, get out your tinfoil hat, but that's what it's looking like. They're even doing it in multiple languages. Yep. So this is talking about Anonymous, which is another, it's a loose hacking group. Talking about pedophilia right here.
And even a lot of the comments, if you look at them, it's got this interesting template format to it. We went over it kind of earlier, but it's, they use quotes around suicide, and there's so many comments that kind of say the same thing. And what real people do on the internet, if they're going to a video or watching something, they want to kind of comment on it, they have something to say, they want to like, share it, whatever. If you read the comment above yours, you're not going to type out something that says basically the same exact thing as that guy, especially when you have the ability to just upvote it and make it be seen at the top of the comments, right? So
yeah, how many people? You're right, exactly right. When it already is 5 comments up here talking about Justin Bieber isn't going to kill himself. Why? Who thinks that he is? Who thinks that he is? That you have to say that, even though 3 to 5 other people have already said it. It doesn't make sense. It's a pattern that's being replicated, and it's because these bots are getting banned. They post it, they get banned 2 weeks later. So it's to make sure that there's always those posts up, always in rotation. Again, this isn't one person in their basement trying to troll on the internet. This is an automated process with lots of money and resources being poured into it.
I have just all the comments, scrolling through them, but I can stop. And 3 of them here. This one here says he did not, he did not kill himself. That's what it starts with. 2 more down. He didn't commit suicide. 1 below that. He didn't kill himself. 2 below that. He didn't commit suicide. It's the same sentence over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, look at this word, wake up. Oh, what are the kids that are looking to figure out who they want to be in the world? What do we gotta wake up to? What's this information that you have that you want to share with me because you like the same music I like? Clearly we have something in common, and I should trust with you. I don't know if I'm not a psychologist. I don't know how that stuff works. But
you're absolutely on the right track, though, man. That's exactly what it is. It's psychological warfare. They're just exploiting human psychology to accomplish their goals. And unfortunately, I think it's working. Like, look at some of these people in here. Look at Ariel Rose. Ariel is woke now. She's looked at these videos and she now knows that Justin Bieber, if he dies, it's because Avicii's connected to Pizzagate. Like, this person is likely a real person, and she believes this shit now. And there's a ton of people here. That's not just one, dude.
You can click on her channel, and she's subscribed to 120 people. That she has activity that a real person would have. I don't know.
So, like, look, here's an example. This person is definitely real, and she posted he was exposing these sick people and they got him killed. This world is cruel. Look. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it's like, is this is this real or not? So here's Ariel again. The thing that really scares me about this is, like, how far does this ripple effect go? She's convinced, and then she talks to her friends about it who don't give a shit, but they're her friends. They're just passive aggressive like you are at that age. So they're like, oh, that's funny. And then it becomes a meme. And then it's just a meme. That's how but it's not, because what it does is every time in life that they do rightfully question authority, because authority is often wrong, this takes away their ability to really find when it's right and wrong. Like, this skews their perception. Like, how bad are people going to really manipulate online? Like, if you told if you told Ariel that she's having a conversation with robots that are trying to convince her of this, she'd say that you're the conspiracy nut. Honestly, honest to God, that's how high tech this technology is that if you explained it to somebody who was getting caught by it, or who's caught up in it, they wouldn't know. And they would think that you're crazier than they are for being converted. So it's scary to think how far this ripple effect can go. The last thing I wanted to touch on, I mentioned the advanced persistent threat. So these are government groups, state actors. So these are actual ones that have been identified by the United States intelligence and are actively monitored. So I'm just going to go through the list quickly here. You've got a number of them out of Iran, 3 of them in Iran. You've got a dozen of them out of China in all different areas, all targeting different things. So these guys target journalists, government, defense, industrial base. These guys target Japanese and Taiwanese organizations, governments, blah, blah, blah. Target sectors, U.S. government, international law firms. But like, our government is well aware that this is happening. As I said in the beginning, foreign governments are using weapons, cyber weapons, psychological based weapons on our younger generation to get them to rally against the U.S. government and not believe anything that they hear. And they're doing it with really effective methods that I'm not quite sure how to stop, to be honest. These tech companies already spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year to fight this, just to get the bots off their platform. Bots can be used for a lot of different things, but in this case, these are really malicious. And again, the scale that this is being done at, no individual is paying out of pocket for this to happen. This is a government organization. And so what is the point of this? I'm not going to tell you to watch mainstream media, not use more social-based platforms to get your news, but you absolutely should not trust the YouTube comments. If you're getting your news from the YouTube comments, there's probably a different conversation that we need to be having, but just really be wary about the types of information that you're taking in online. If it's something that actually impacts you, or if you're going to parrot it, if you're going to repeat it to other people, make sure you've done your own investigation into it, that you've really convinced yourself that it's true, not let other people convince you what they want you to believe.
And again, please formulate your own opinion about everything. Don't be like, you ever play that game, what's it called, Telephone?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And how does it ever get messed up, bro?
Yep. Through all the different people that are involved in the chain of information, it's just garbled. And not only that, but then you have all the lenses of bias that people are going to apply to it, the twisting of words, they might omit a couple facts here and there so it fits their narrative instead of just the objective truth again that you need to hear. And that's why, like Skylar said, it's really important to just be able to form